Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. And I guess I should admit to the fact that I drove all the way to the other side of the damn planet in my little red rover there and collected my original truck. The big thing with all the stuff in it, with those thrusters on the back. I mean, it was just sitting over there not doing anything, and yeah, you had a few hours to drive back there, or drive out there and then back, and you know, it worked out all right. Besides, you can see I've got the little red buggy there attached to the back using a little quick little hitch system. You're not, your eyes do not deceive you. There are lots of odd things attached to the top of the buggy because I ended up finding things that were spawning in on the way, and like this battery. That battery is the one that had the gun on it that killed me. I have a little bit more hydrogen there. This is a tank. Let's get this stuff going again. Not a tank, small cargo container. And, you know, like, importantly, I have the large sci-fi atmospheric thrusters, which will certainly be a huge part of getting this thing flying properly. And I think that's what I'm going to work on first and foremost, is figuring out how to attach one of those to this. So I'm going to work on that and wait for this sandstorm to go, figure out what else I want to do, and we'll see what we can do. Once I have a flyer up and going, I'm gonna definitely be able to have a go back to these other spots, because there's a hangar over there I found. There's a large turbine there. There's a battery and a large hydrogen thruster there. A large grid battery is all the way out there. And then that's where the solar panel is, and then that's where the near wind tower, that's where it was, the truck. So, yeah, I said I wouldn't do much major advancements without y'all, and hopefully you take my word for that. This isn't major. This is just picking up all the pieces I dropped along the way. Well, except for maybe something like this. That one, I'll show you where I found that when I finally make it to the large grid battery. So yeah, let's get this. We've got two thrusters, two big ones, and I'm gonna have quite a time figuring out how I want to attach those on this. So yeah, let's get to it. Oh, and an unknown signal. Maybe I'll grab that before too long. Alright, time to get these things off the top, and that's a viable option right now. Oh, I forgot to point out, I did spruce up the dune buggy, the red buggy here a little bit. I've got some lights on the front and lights on the back. Added a little bit of sidewalling here for the fuselage area. Hopefully it's hopefully it looks good. I think it's a little plain looking. Maybe I could get another like angled piece in there, maybe some more stripes. Not sure. Anyway, let's go with switch lock, auto lock off, and drive away with this. Right. I did take the boom arm off of the top, just so I would be able to drive around a little bit easier. It seemed to be viable. I think I might have to do some kind of little manipulating arm vehicle. Something, I'm not sure yet. Having this be what it is problematic. If I have, I only really need 2 directions of thrust on that thing. So I could have downward thrust, forward thrust, and left-right thrust. And then I can come to a stop by tipping backward. Or I could have reverse thrust, downward thrust, forward, and left-right thrust. And I move forward by like falling forward, turning off the forward thrust. That could work better. Because then I could have this, one of these big thrusters, like inside there, replacing the center of that. That could work. But a thruster is 3x3, and this is centered on 2x2. So it might be problematic. I might end up having to just completely redesign it, but I could probably get away with, like, taking it apart, like taking it off at the fender and attaching it. I think I might try and do that. Yeah, let's do a little bit of this. So I'm gonna tip forward like this. Come on. And then, oh, no. I want to tip forward. Aha. I hit P to release that one thing. Alright, anyway, let's grab the other one, get it on the ground as well, while I've got this awkward nose attached here. And we'll get to designing my little airspeeder thing. In the spirit of the old tractor. Moment of truth here. Ooh, only 29 out of 90 motors. Attach that. Do I have nearly... I don't think I have nearly enough here. Did I tuck any? I tucked a little bit into there. Just a little bit right here. Ooh, I'm close. No, this one. 72. I need 18 more motors. Where can I could maybe... Oh, I know. I could scrounge them out of this all over here. Maybe. Let me start pulling bits out, and I'll see what I can grab. Just barely enough. Oh, that's a neat color. Is this the same color? Ooh, it is the same color. Let's check out what that color looks like in clean armor. I like it. Of course, the armor can't be perfectly clean when I clean it up. Let's see what battered armor looks like. Ooh, that's even nicer. This was just a gray. But orange and blue? Orange and blue could work out pretty nice. Although this comes in like a dark gray green. Come on. Why is that not working? I don't get it. Why can't I repaint this? I could attach something to it. You know, something funky is going on. Is it somehow not my grid? Owner is me. Weird. Okay. Well, anyway, this is about where I'm gonna start taking this thing apart. I took the hood off the top. Might take this assembly out, like by taking that off, and then... Oh, well... I didn't realize that it was attached to there. Oops. Well, so be it, right? All right. Yeah, that was dumb of me. Okay, let me get it. Let's take this part off. Yeah. All right. I'll need this piece for the rover, for the flyer. I'm gonna need this piece for the flyer. I'll need this piece. Though I'm actually probably going to end up rearranging how they go, because I want those to be left and right thrusters, not forward and back. So I'm going to have these two, and a left and a right, and then I'm going to be turning on and off this main thruster in the front. That'll be the braking thruster that I only use when I need to brake and position myself correctly. It'll be a little frustrating to do at times, but let's go ahead and do that. And then that falls off, and I want this fender attached over here. And this I also want to attach over here. And obviously, I'm transitioning away from utilizing hydrogen in the engine to produce the power to move the flying vehicle. That's just not viable. So what I'm using instead is the large warfare battery, and I actually have 3 of them available. Because realistically, I don't need this one up here, or I don't need 2 on this thing. Not by a long shot. So I'm gonna probably just, you know what, here, I'll just do this. And then that, and whoop. Little slippery, but let's put that there, and we'll get ready to attach things. Just gotta figure out how to do that still. Okay, I think it's starting to come together. Let's go ahead and do this. What did... Oh, I took some motors out of these when I was taking them apart. I was gonna say, wait a minute, how do I have motors? I was literally down my last motor. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So, Let's get that in the right spot. Oh, wait, that's in the wrong spot. Oh, that is where it's supposed to go. And then this. And do that a little bit. And we'll see what that looks like. I don't think I like it at that height. I think I wanted it one higher. So let's take these off. And take this off. And now reattach this. Probably there like that. And then here. Come on. Okay. I think it's as good a spot as I could ask for. I like it where it is, and then it can attach onto that a little bit higher. Maybe. Oh, I think I want it one further that way. This, like this. Okay. So that, like that. And I want that one. What? What's this button? Am I What is this? The bracket buttons cycle through the different colored paints you have? Oh my goodness, I have never seen this before. Oh wow. I'm amazed. Whole new world. How long have I been playing this game and I've never known that? There are so many like little funny like buttons that you don't expect. Okay, stop that. Then that's flipping around like that. That's there. I think I have it in the wrong spot. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Got enough, may as well just do this. On there. Come on. Press that. Press this. Come on. Oh, there we go. Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll build out the I'll build it out. Yeah. I'll do this. I'll do 5 P to get that color. I want a half block in there and there and that. Something like this. Okay, this should be interesting. Let's give it a little space. Let's rotate it in the right orientation. It's about like this. Ooh. Yeah, like that. Get it sitting straight. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Now it's just a matter of getting these out. Now, yeah, I know it's very spindly looking. I will have more substance to it eventually, but you know, this is kind of going off of the whole tractor aesthetic, which is basically an engine with wheels attached to it. Not a whole lot of other features. So, where do we want this attached? Given the bulk of what we've got up there, I think I could get away with having a little bit of space out this way for it. Yeah. I don't think I want to have it entirely in front of the cockpit. Because the cockpit, like if this thing lands about the height it is here, maybe a little, well, like 1 block higher, I want the cockpit to be able to get access to it right about this height. I don't want to have to jump up into it or anything like that. So a cockpit, what does a cockpit look like if it's just sitting right on top of? Yeah, saddle cockpit, straddling the engine. This one. How's that look? Oh, nah, almost. Try that again. And would that back right up into there? Maybe? I think it's starting to come together. I think. Well, let's keep working on it. I decided a cargo container would be useful. Like an underslung cargo container. Not a whole lot. This isn't a cargo hauling vehicle, but like if I am hunting for a specific type of material, I'll be able to have that in there like this. And then back here is where I can attach the chair. Let's take it back off. Let's push this into where I want it to be. Doesn't push very easily, but that's pretty darn close. Oh, if I grind off either of those, it's gonna detach. That's not good. Let's just put a block there to there. And there to there for now. And then here, put one like that, and almost, you know, there's needs to be a block here, and then I can attach it there, but I need a little space. Let's grab it, pull a little bit. Let's place it like this. Weld these up. And then give it a little push. And it snapped into place. Alright. So I've got batteries. I've got a location to place things. Now all I need is my my bits, my other bits. These guys for left and right. I might have better luck taking these off. Come on. There we go. And here. Alright. I mean, I do want these forward fenders attached. Probably attach right off the side of it like that. Clearly I can just build them again using the shapes, but I'll see what I can do with merge blocks. I think what I might end up doing with these thrusters is tucking them in inside here. Like in that spot. Maybe in the front of it. Yeah. I'll think about that some more. Alright. Let's slap this on here. Come on. Right. And then this can attach to there somehow. I decided I probably have so many computers. I'm not gonna worrying about weld pads for right now. So let's go ahead and throw that on there, and then right on there, and just attach this. Nope, I meant to press that. Although, I don't really need to rotate it at all. Look at that. Huh. Well, alright. And we got the high beams, we got the thruster, the batteries are hanging on the sides like that. This is coming together. Alright, cool. Alright. So I've attached things up here. I think I need to finish off the fenders a little bit. I've thrown on a this electronics pack, you know, suite here, and I actually picked up an event controller on my drive back, so I got that as well. Oh, that was an unknown signal I didn't get. So the old tractor Let's see if I... Alright, so tipped forward. I do not have any... how is this going to work? Okay, so I need to feather on and off the reverse thruster. Okay. Let's rename this one backwards thruster, just like back thrust. Okay, and on here we want to switch lock on this, and then toggle block on and off there. So if I toggle it off, I start drifting forward. And I have just enough. Oh, I definitely have thrust to go back. Don't necessarily have the thrust to go forward. So, like, I can go forward by pressing forward, which is actually just turning off the backward thrust. Oh, I miscalculated something here. I'm going to need to reposition that that forward thrust pretty strong. Okay, I'm going to be able to do this, I think. Let's actually make sure I land, so I'm not using up power. I just need to reconnect that, and then I'm going to connect it up, and then I'm going to see how long it'll take to recharge the batteries with that one wind turbine. Maybe I'll spend the time going over and getting that wind turbine, the one that's over there. Alright, so this needs to go out and up a little bit. Well, I've got a battery back here. It's basically full charged. It's like there's the littlest bits that it's not quite 100%. That's why that last light isn't lit. However, this one's only about 60%, and, well, it had 3 hours of charging to go. I guess that's probably been cut down. Either way, if I'm going to be using this thing a lot, I'm going to be burning through stored power a lot. So, I'm going to need to get better power generation. But something that's been bugging me is, you might not notice it, as I'm adding little details, like I'm adjusting the lights here. Ooh, you can really see it there. It's shaking, and, you know, considering my survival kit is attached to this, it's where my branch... I'd really rather not have my survival kit go kablooey again. So I want to try and attach it using a connector, like you see here, which means I'm going to have to disconnect and then reconnect. So, may actually... that is not... Alright, as much as all the trouble that I went through to get this to fit inside there perfectly, I don't like it. It's being problematic. I'll fuss with that and do it again sometime in the future, like when I have a connector connecting things, because I think the connector locks stuff down properly and doesn't let it shake like that. So let's start trimming this off here. And then I'll get on the cockpit of the tractor. That's what I'm calling this flying thing, because that's what I got it from. And then from there, I will disconnect the rotor and pick it up and out. And then it'll be powered off of the batteries on the tractor for the moment. Alright. Well, let's get up in there. Let's turn these off of charge. Let's turn it off of damp. Let's go in here and grab this incomplete rotor and detach. So, because it didn't have the weight to start, it didn't know that it needed to recalculate the weight there. But that's working. I got my survival kit still. Let's clear this stuff off. So the survival kit is 3 wide. I could put a connector on the back of it. Like this one's connected there. A connector in the floor. Oh, I have a rotor down in there that I can't really gain access to unless I do this. Yeah, that happened. So, okay, let's fix this up. I had kind of liked the idea of not having voxels deformations at all. Maybe I'll turn on voxel cleanup and fix that. But anyway, so a 3x3 is centered on a 5x5, and that would be centered, and so I think let's go with one of these. And yeah, I think this will work. Alright, just gotta grab the parts for this. Place this in the floor. About like that. And then okay, I want to have my connector not be controlled by parking. Yep. I want this other connector not to be controlled by parking. And I want this last connector, the big connector, not to be controlled by parking. So that way, I can press P and... Ooh, yeah, it's still not figuring the weight of the survival kit there in the front. So I'm gonna have to like get it close and then well, I'm gonna have to fuss around with this for some. Alright, well, flying without all directions is frustrating at best. So I was able to get that to go yellow, and then I disconnected that, and it sort of sucked itself in. But what I'm going to work on here, I've already increased the strength on that one, which means I need to increase the strength on this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that just like fixes it in place and makes it so it doesn't go anywhere in terms of like rotating, and makes it nice and tight and square. And now lock. Ooh, we've got power. We've got a survival kit again. And we are back to where we were a moment ago. Now let's go ahead and... Can I hover a little bit better this time? My connector is like just underneath the hood there. Oh, like that. Still says I'm at 78% on those batteries. Let's see how it goes throughout the night. I added running lights. Flashing green, flashing red. Should be cool. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to actually see them, but you know, anybody on the ground should be able to look up and see them flashing there. I like their flashing just slightly off from each other, which is not like I don't think the airplanes intend for that to happen, but with the way that flashing circuits work, whether it's like a resistor and a capacitor and a fuse, like you can never really get them to be perfectly in sync. You can start them off that way, but then they always have some inherent delay. Here, because it's running off of the same program of when they flash, you can't actually... you can dictate exactly that they always flash perfectly on top of each other. But setting them off... here, I'll show you the settings. Setting the offset, the blink interval to 1.5 seconds, blink length 20 seconds, and the blink offset 0 on this one. And then over here, nope, that's not the right one. Yeah, here. Same settings for the interval and the length, but then the offset is 10 degrees. So it's basically just 10 degrees off from the other one. All right. I don't think I used much power. I guess, let's see, how much is this down by? 2%. I basically used up 2% of it to do all the little maneuvering here. So I don't have... It doesn't last that long. All right, well, that just means I'm more incentivized to get better power. May as well grab this while I'm here, you know? Or, well, it's here, and I'm waiting. Ooh, hey. I catch it? I'm frantically pressing button. It's this one over here. Okay, got it. Ooh. That was fun. Hopefully, no major damage to anything. Well, I got lots of buttons to grind off and crud. There's a sensor in there. There's some gyroscopes. Cool. Let's bring this little core back, the little bit that has the gyroscopes attached. Oh, somebody was asking me how did I make sure my stuff didn't blow up. So this is the remainder of this. There's no little chunks left. Is the it's the container marking, right? And this grid ID, where is the so let me pull this part up here. Distance from player. So container mark 4. Okay, this guy. Its unique identifier, container mark 8, has attached to it the same kind of coding that makes it blow up when you're no longer using it, right? So you don't want to have it. You don't want it to blow up after that timer elapses. So say you want to get a piece off of it. Well, I want to take this parachute hatch off. If I detach the parachute hatch, right, the parachute hatch is no longer the container mark 8. It's a small grid. So it has a whole new grid ID. It's a whole new thing. This over here is instead the container mark 8. So detaching things one piece block at a time works. If you ground away everything except for the one piece that you wanted, that one piece you want would still be considered the container mark 8. So what I'm going to do here is, since I want to keep the because I wanted to keep those, I detached the block from there. So if I look on here again, let's go back to distance from players. You can see about the container, which is that, a small grid, and a small grid. And that, as far as I know, is how you stop your container or your stuff from blowing up. So this will eventually despawn after that timer is up, and it'll just delete itself. So I don't have to worry about grinding all of it up. That's just some steel plate that'll leave. I don't actually care about parachute hatch right now. I accidentally ground the power cells out of that, so it's so bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, and like that, and looks like I have enough to cover both of those. Maybe. I need a small steel tube. Where did I empty this out? Well, I'll figure that out in a minute. Maybe I just can do a landing gear. Maybe I can do a landing gear, I bet. Yeah. Okay. Wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. All right. Oh, there we go. Sun is starting to come up, and I'm gonna do one more thing before flying around with the new air speeder. I'm gonna head over to this other spot where the wind turbine was, and I'm gonna detach the wind turbine from the roof. If I can move it by picking it up with my grabby hands thing there, then that works. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to drive back and pick it up with the airspeeder. So, yeah, let's check out if that'll work. All right, hacked it. It's mine. Let's pop it off. It looks like I can just barely maneuver it. Alright. Actually, that's not that bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's grab all the rest of the bits from here. Oh, wait, I already have. Yeah, there's a little bit. I think I grabbed. Yeah, I grabbed all the parts that are hard to get. So that's that. I'm not sure if that's going to disappear or not. I don't think I deleted the other block here, so there's a chance things are starting to clear off on their own. So maybe that's a good reason to go check out that hangar before it disappears on me. I did put a button panel on it that has my, is owned by me, so hopefully that makes it solid and doesn't make it disappear. But let's go check it out. It had some interesting things in it. I didn't explore it much, but it looked pretty cool. Alright, this is gonna work out okay, I think. Especially if I go ahead and like that, and then like this, and then I can use those hinges to pick it up and put it down. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up enough to build out a bit of a tower. I'm just gonna have to do this a few times. That's 5, so that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Call it 10. And then we'll have to use up a couple of computer bits. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Cool. Alright. I am so low on motors right now that I can't even finish building this first, the merge blocks here. I'm going to have to salvage them out of the hinges here. So, well, it's, it's going to just go up to 90 degrees, right? That's what that is. Let's grab motors out of that one. And then 1 and 2, and they locked, and that's spinning. And yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's grab both of these. There's large steel tubes in that. But anyway, I'm not going to fly around in a sandstorm, so I'll catch you guys when that's over. Okay, here's my chance. Let's go on a flight. And we want to take off the charge, and we want the dampeners on, and we want to unlock. And ooh. That is whippy. All right. There's something over this way. Let's go like that. Now I'm just holding forward, which is having the effect of just turning off my reverse thrust right now. Ooh, I need to get a camera on this thing. I already know that's there. Okay. So I know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I know what that is. I don't know what this is. And I want to go to the large turbine first. Or not the large turbine, I want to go to the hangar first. So here we go. Oh, this is cool. Very nice. Another abandoned cinema. 4 kilometers that way. Oh, there's something I haven't seen before. Although it looks to me like it's another wind turbine. That's a nice option. Considering how easily I was able to push up off the ground here, I think I'll probably be able to pull that whole wind turbine home just by itself. I really would like to get a another thruster so I can have a little bit of forward thrust and not have to worry about this like that. Alright, either way, let's drop this down. We're parked, and I totally forgot to look. 88%, and it was at 90, so we'll see. What might we have here? Okay, that's not the right button. That's the right button, and
warning, enemy detected.
yeah. Yeah, okay. You can try and trigger that explosive. Timer blocks. You can do timer blocks. You can set lights. Programmable block. Nothing there's really all that appealing. Alright. Let me just grab some of the components out of all this, and then I'll be back out. Yeah, because all these things are clipping into the voxels here. They're going to be problematic. So, of course, I got a windstorm. Sandstorm. I put on a couple of mag plates on the side here. Let's go ahead and make sure they are not used for parking. Let's turn off auto lock. And let's throw them on here. Wonder how much be able to get this working. Ah, no forward thrust. And the lights are all... These two interior lights are just supposed to be for situational awareness. So that's good. And these are also just situational awareness. A little brighter than I like normally, but we'll see. Number 5, ready to lock. Okay. You're locked to that. Let's go ahead and grab here. Okay. We are in the air. Let's make our way back to base ever so gently. Yep, make sure I don't tip and head to home. Considering I have to be tipped down, I'm going to make sure I get some altitude. Alright, we are back. And this went really smoothly. I think I'm going to go ahead and just land it right in where it's going to go. Something like this. Maybe I ought to latch it down and prepare those. Yeah. Some attachment blocks here first. Let's give this a shot. Okay, 5 kilometers in that general direction. Let's go check that out. Ah, I want to go hang out. Check out the hangar first. Never mind. I'm going to go check out the hangar first. And we are a little further forward. A little bit like this. A little more like that. And somewhere in like here. Tilt up a little bit. So, very close. Nope, now it's getting worse. And that's gotten better, and we've got more power. Alright, 5 to unlock. Now, let's go check out this hangar. Alright. Here it is. And as I was saying, it was very appealing on the drive back. I saw it. Came in, took a quick gander. And didn't go very far. Oh, 2.8 kilometers, another further one that way. So many things are spawning in now, it's great. But look at what's on top there. Some solar panels. That was very appealing. That was what I was looking to come and collect. So I threw a button panel down right there because, well, from up here it looked like, yeah, right there. There's a turret in the ground. But look at those. Those are some nice looking tanks in there, if I do interpret it correctly. So, how to get an angle on that gun? Let's see if it's even live. Oh, it's live. That worked. All right, cool. I don't want to worry about messing with the ammo in that. Here we've got another medium cargo container. What are these? An oxygen tank and a small hydrogen tank. Now this thing is going to be empty. It's so much, so far gone. But better than nothing, and you know, if I find enough ice, I could maybe use that as a storage. I could start emptying out those little ones into it. It would work. What do we got here? Some storage shelves. All right. Oh, a couple of interesting things. A little bit more. And then anything on these shelves? Not really. Well, 2 fully intact solar panels and a hydrogen tank. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. What do I want to do with that, though? How do I want to deal with that? Let me look a little. Let me see what I can do. I might just bookmark things until I find another thruster, because I really only need just like the one more forward thruster, and then this vehicle is fully functional. I think that might be a viable, but that might be a prudent choice. Like even checking the unknown signals. Yeah, let's do that. And actually, I think yeah, looking at how much time is in here, I think this is probably a decent spot to turn off the game for a minute, render out some videos, maybe do a little reconnaissance, rest and recuperation, that sort of thing. So I'm gonna say so long for now, and I do appreciate y'all joining me for this episode of Survival Records, and I hope that you'll join me for the next one. And until then, thanks for watching.